Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, talking about Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. This is season 2, episode 7. It's getting good, y'all. So only 3 more episodes until the finale. OMG, it's getting good. GOODT. Now, the last episode, right? I'm just jumping right in. I'm sorry. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and please share. Ciao. Okay. Last episode, episode 6. Lewis comes in. He didn't, found out some stuff. And so he's ready to tell Jax about the baby that may be his. But before he does that, Jax finds out. Remember, she saw the photo of the tea that was being spilled on Toni getting a DNA test from somebody at the hospital texting her secretary. And then she saw it on the secretary's phone and saw her man with his bandage and that high top fade standing right next to her looking around. Child, her heart sank. So as she's at the house smoking, thinking about things, she can't wait for this brother to come in. Kids ain't there. Lewis walks in. Episode 7 now, y'all. So Lewis walks in and he said, I got something to talk to you about. Oh, so it's about that baby, right? And he was like, I've been trying to talk to you. It was a drag out discussion. She pretty much, okay. I just can't imagine going through that. Thank goodness I never had to go through that. And I never will, because, baby making time is over for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just can't imagine going through that with everything that they've been through. Naturally, I deal with a possible baby on the way. Child, I don't know what. Anyway, so pretty much she tells him she saw him at the hospital when she called him, and he lied about that. And then she, pretty much pointed out other situations where he lied about, and he's the one pushing that they be honest with each other. And then she pretty much asked him a little more concrete info about him and Toni. How many times y'all do it? He told her. Did you? And you ain't using condom? He said that's that one time we got real drunk and high and we didn't use nothing. Woo, that sent her up the rafters, child. Now, she always used something with Damon. Woo, that fine man. But he gone on the glory, child. Well, I hope he did, because he took himself out. Anyway, so pretty much, hearing that, she pretty much told him some stuff he didn't want to hear, cussed him out before he going north, told him to get out. So he left. I mean, woo. So then it's a flashback to 2007 when they met, and how she rear-ended him at the stop sign. And then he called to check on her. And then he asked her out. And then they're thinking about their first date. And then all of a sudden we come back to present. And pretty much he's texting, trying to, talk to her. She's like, whatever. So he just asked her, is she going to therapy? She was like, yeah, I'll be there. And he was like pretty much thanking her for at least answering him and going to therapy. Child. So pretty much therapy, they on the opposite sides of the couch again. The therapist is like, oh, a baby, huh? So they both have transgressions. So pretty much she just reduced him to almost nothing in that conversation. But he turned it around and gave it to her too. Not for tit for tat, but the fact that she was out there giving up the punani to ex-cons and almost, to where he has to hold her at night because she's screaming because of what the ex-con, put her through. She got some nerve trying to reduce him just to some NIGGA that's out here in the world making babies and not caring about his own family. Child. Well, both of them got a hard pills to swallow. But so he's letting her know, I'm not the only one in this relationship that pretty much almost ruined their relationship. He said, remember, I'm the only reason why we're still married. Ooh. Broke her down. But it's true. It's true. Child. So yeah, they break away from that, child. And okay, session's over. So next we see Lucy. Her ex shows up at her job. Somebody at the front desk. Oh, Lucy, we have some flowers sent to you. She's like, oh, who are they from? And then they pan around and there he is behind her with more flowers. Lucy, I miss you. I almost want to see my son. And then she tells security, this man is harassing me and get him out of here. So now we know the man that she thought was calling her was that episode 2, maybe 3, was him checking, trying to see if that's him calling, checking to see if he's still in prison. And then her, tires are slashed. We pretty much figured out it was him, and him stalking, watching her outside while her and her son are going inside the house. And now he's, showing up at her job. Child, see, I guess we're gonna find out exactly what the deal is between them. So yeah, so she had him escorted out by security. Next, we see Lewis and Shelly's husband Chris talking about their wives, playing music just to, ease the pain and carrying on. So then Shelly walks in. Child. Now, after Shelly and Jax and Autumn were having drinks, you know how women can be. She came in and pretty much cussed Lewis out because of what Jax said about him having a baby on the way. Well, possibly, most likely, plausibly. And then she just says goodnight to Chris. He's like, yeah, whatever, so they still, live in the same house, of course, but they ain't together like that. But they still married. It ain't like they separated or anything like that. Whoo, child. So then Lewis on the couch, on his couch. He on the other side of the couch. Child. These dudes, that was a little funny, but anyway, it ain't cute. So now we see a throwback, and pretty much Lewis is talking to Jax. She just had what's the girl's name? Child, what's the daughter's name? Anyway, the son was about 2 or 3, and the daughter, she got pumps on both of her breasts, so she's pumping, and she's just talking about how her body's not back to what it was. She just made partner, and now he's like, okay, so all the kids asleep. What's going on? How long you got till you done pumping? He ready to get his pump on. She was like, I don't feel sexy. I ain't lost all the weight, stretch marks. And he was like, don't worry about it. But then he suggests, from JT, no doubt, that they go to a swinger sex club. And pretty much, of course, referred by JT, child. So Jax, agrees, and then they go. And this guy immediately takes a liking to Jax, and he, asks Lewis if he can, take a stab at it, I guess. Take a stab at it, okay? So then, he's feeling on Jax, and Lewis she's just in between 2 men, and he's just standing there. Now, they didn't get too graphic with that situation, It was just him feeling on her, so we can just assume that something happened between them two, and Lewis watched. Now remember, episode 1, when season 2, episode 1, remember when Jax and the security guard, and she knew that Lewis had the cameras and she was looking in the camera, ride the security guard, reverse, and just looking and stuff. And then he mentioned to her another time after that, yeah, I remember, what we used to do. So now we going back to what they used to do or did, because they only showed this one time in this episode. We're going to see if there's going to be more in the next 3 episodes. Anywho, so Jack, pretty much liked it. He liked it. And child, they was being nasty in 2012. That's 2023 when this came out. Anyway, so child, here we go. So next we see Toni on the stand. Woo! So soon as the cross come, here comes Jax. And pretty much she's nice and, very, hello, Toni. Talking to her in a very polite way, because of course you don't want to attack a pregnant woman on the stand, even though she's on the opposite side. So pretty much Jax just asked her questions, letting, proving that she lied about lied about terminating it, because the whole reason why she's there is because they found a check from JT to her for the termination. But obviously she didn't terminate. So she lied about that. And then, lied about him being the only possibility, and lied to Chanel, just going around lying. Jax is proving her to be a liar. Then the ultimate. Then she asked her, do she know who the father of her unborn child is? She said no. Boy, she embarrassed Toni to the hilt on that stand. So pretty much that was it with Toni, and the state rests after that. So then the defense starts. Toni walked off the stand, staring at Jax, like, because they had to stare down, because they both know that Lewis is the next possibility, because Toni said she was slept with one other man, proving that she don't know who the daddy is. Ooh, trifling. Like I said, the defense starts after Toni got off the stand. And let's start with the trauma doctor who saw Chanel right after everything started to happen. And pretty much she did good. And then Jax tells Chanel about Lewis and Toni while they were, backstage, not backstage, but, in the back room talking. And Chanel comforts her and everything, because she really was upset. And I was like, ooh, child. But anyway, next we see Lewis telling Jax that he got a baby on the way. And that's when the kid's like, is it time for dinner yet? Jax didn't have no time to grieve, no time to get upset. She had to be mommy mode. And at the end of dinner, she just retreated to the bedroom, crouched down, started crying. Lewis was like, can I come in? She was like, leave me alone. And she just cried herself to sleep, child. Next we see Corey and Jax, and woo child, woo child, woo child. So they're getting some info, and they're looking at all the false financials on JT, framing Chanel with all these different accounts and carrying on. And then he tells Jax about his other client, pretty much letting her know that this is going to help that case, because he really wants to make sure that he does everything right. And he's just really gung-ho about it, because he knows that they're going to win. Everything is looking in the favor for Chanel. Child. Then, something happens, child, between them. I can't believe this happened. So pretty much, because she's feeling the issues at home, and they kind of come close to each other and they hug. Okay, great. Yay. She's giving him support. And, it was a slow back away. And then she breaks free, and then he stops her from leaving. He was like, do you really want to go? She was like, no. And then he comes up from behind and child, kissing on the neck, baby. You can hear it too. The kissing sounds and everything. Like I said, we grown over here, so you're gonna hear some stuff. And then they face each other, and they're about to do a whole lip lock, but she has flashbacks of her past kisses with Lewis and Damon, and that makes her leave. And next we see Lucy getting served with not child support, child visitation papers from the crazy ex who just got out of prison, apparently. Child, what is going on? So Jack's at home, you know, listening to Luther. House is not a home when I climb the stairs. Turn the key, oh please be there. Child, will you turn Luther off before before something happened? So anyway, so then she thinking about their wedding and all the good times and everything. And child, Lil was thinking about her too. And next thing you know, he's screeching over to the place. He comes over, knocks on the door, pledging his love and everything. And Jack stops him from leaving after he lets her know how he feels. And she's like, wait. Then it goes off. I think when they do this. Oh my goodness, y'all. That was episode 7. Season 2 of Reasonable Doubt. Did you like it? I hope you did. Because, we got what? 3 more? 8, 9, and 10? 8, 9, and 10. Well, y'all, listen. If you can please like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate it. You can also share it. Get that share button over there. Thank you very much. Happy Vlogtober. See you later.